Hi, I'm Avery Miller, and today I'm going to be reviewing Girl in Translation by Kwok. Um, this book, well, since it was one of the ones that I was forced to read, um, I didn't know what to expect. I'd never heard of it before, and as soon as I started reading it, I really, really liked it, just because I've never heard of a story kind of like it, and how it really does show how like one the people coming into like foreigners coming into our country and how they are treated versus how people that are born here, it's a complete different ends of the spectrum. And especially with education and how much pressure is put on them to get that better life, that's all they can really focus on, is to bring them and their family to a better life so that they can just live better than in the slums like in this book. I can't even believe that. I mean, just the way that the story was written, you kind of keep forgetting that they live in this horrible apartment and for so long, and the main character's aunt just keeps shoving their face in the dirt any chance she can get, and she never tries to help her when the mom is always hopeful. Oh, maybe she'll do it eventually, but then eventually even the mom loses hope. And I mean, spoiler alert, when she finally does make it into Yale, on a full scholarship, it was just super cool to see her just absolutely annihilate the aunt. She was like, well, one, it made me nervous just because the aunt even got the mail instead of them getting the mail. And so, like, with that full scholarship, I was like, oh my god, I thought she was going to hold it off and not tell them. And I don't know, the aunt was definitely the villain in this story, but everything else in the book seemed very I don't know. It seemed like she was able to pull off a regular life while working a full time job after school. And I don't know. I just really liked how there was still a little bit of a language barrier the whole time through. And then, I mean, obviously the love story in here is just another added bonus. It's crazy how they even were able to include so much in this story, but that's why I liked it. And then the end, spoiler alert, I mean, when she ends up not with the guy that she was in love with, Matt, um, it was really one, I wanted them to be together, but when I heard they weren't and that she was a surgeon, I was like, all right, I'm fine. She's living her best life, being a surgeon, making a ton of money. Finally, she deserves it. And then you realize that, because last time we heard from her, she was pregnant, and I was like, oh god. And then you kind of are like, oh, she had an abortion. Okay, that's okay. And you kind of just accept that, and then in the end, you realize no, she just didn't want Matt to limit his life. And even by the time that I think she went to tell him, it was too late. He was already back with Vivian. So when they got when you see that she still has a son that she loves, I was happy just because they still have their little family, and she can give him the life that she didn't have, in a really nice house instead of the slums where roaches and rats and everything, and it was horrible. But I mean, the other great things I loved, Annette, her best friend, she was awesome. She was just there, a constant. I was really scared that they were gonna get in a fight or something, and they didn't. So thankfully, it all worked out. All right.